Hi, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? And we saw what happened yesterday in basketball. J.R. Smith, man, think he can take over. But J.R. Smith happened. J.R. Smith scored a playoff career high 28 points as the Cavaliers defeated the Hawks 97-89 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Cavs built an 85-67 lead with a 22-4 run from the 3:27 mark of the third quarter. Smith had 17 of those. Smith had 17 of those 15 on 3-pointers. Smith was 10 for 16 from the field and 8 for 12 from downtown. He also had 8 rebounds, becoming just the fourth player since 1985 to have 8 rebounds and make 8 3-pointers in a game. LeBron, he had 31 points in Game 1 against the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks were nothing compared to the Cavs in Game 1 after we saw what happened when the Cavaliers went on like a 22-4 run to get an 85-67 lead. I knew it was over when I saw that score. What a good win for the Cavs. They lead the series 1-0 of the best of 7 game series. Now let's go to some MLB baseball. MLB baseball. Detroit Preston Tucker's first Major League home run sent the Astros to extra innings against the Tigers after 5 runs trailing through the innings. But James McCann's second career homer was a walk-off shot in the 11th, sending the Tigers to a 6-5 win. After the Tigers lost 2 to the Milwaukee Brewers and in winning last night 5-2. The Astros came to town for a series opening Manny, leading the American League in home runs and strikeouts, and lived up both. For the young Astros, that is really good for them. After 12 strikeouts over 6 2/3 innings for reigning AL strikeout champion David Price, Houston railed with 5 runs from the 7th inning on, capped by Tucker's pinch hit home run off of Joakim Soria. McCann answered with his first traditional home run, sending Tony Slips offering off to left, leading off the bottom of the 11th. His only previous shot was an inside the park home run April 29th at Minnesota. Inside the park. That's pretty good. The last time I seen there inside the park was Angel Pecan, San Francisco Giants, against the Colorado Rockies. Phillies versus the Rockies. Catcher Michael McCanary broke a 5th inning tie with a 2-run homer, and the Rockies added on a 7-3 win over the Phillies in Thursday's series finale at Coors Field. It's the Rockies remember their 10-game win streak? They're 4-4 in the last 8 games. Let's go to some Dodgers. Xavi Hernandez from Barcelona, most delegated and youngest serving player, has announced he will leave the club after 17 years of service. Why did he leave? Well, I don't know why he left. Maybe he decided he wanted to play with a new team and he was tired of winning championships. Why did he stop winning championships? Was tired of winning championships. It says the UEFA Champions League final on June 6th will provide a fitting stage for 35 years old farewells before he links up with the Quadi Club or Saudi SC on a 2-year deal with the option of the 3rd year. Xavi Hernandez says, "I was offered another year, but I made my mind up," he explained. "It's time to think about the future, and it's my objective to come back here someday. This is my home, whether that's as a coach or another facility. In my head and body, it's the right time to go, and not my heart, as Barcelona is all there in my heart." How about Mexican League of Soccer tonight? Chivas versus Santos. Two best out of 2. If you don't know Mexican soccer, the win to win the playoffs is who gets the most goals in the first 2 games goes on to the next round. Reporting live. Let's get a recap. Let's get some information about this game. Mexico Santa Luca coach Pedro Quinquelpe portrayed his side as the ugly duckling leading it Thursday's Coliseum. 2-7 for against Chivas is at Esto Corona. Few are predicting Los Cuetecuetos can get past Chivas, reach the final, and win the Clausura, even though they had yeah. My prediction of Chiefs Santos, I got Chivas winning because this team says, hey, we win a lot of championships. Hey, let's get back in the race with America winning it all. Well, what a day was there for soccer. Hey, how about the Warriors Rockets preview? Houston and Golden State agree on one thing out of game. Both know they can play better. The Rockets saw they pounded the ball into the paint early. The way that put them ahead, and we believe that it's a blueprint of winning. They also need to get James Harden playing downhill, as Kevin McHale likes to say. The Warriors see the impact of the small lineup, and they know they can get more out of Klay Thompson. They feel that they can defend better. They think they played the Warriors against the series. This team does not lack of confidence. What should we watch for? What should we watch for in Game 2? First of all, Dwight Howard's knee. This is no bigger story in the series. Dwight Howard's a big rebounder. Can this affect the Rockets how they can play, even though they lost by 4 when Dwight Howard left the fourth? Is Dwight Howard? I mean the first. Is Dwight Howard a big key in this game? Well, I think he is, because he can get the boards. Then you can go with him, lob it up, boom. One thing, stop Curry. He can a good defense. He can stop Andrew Bogut down there, but he doesn't do. Maybe Draymond Green had a 5 for the series. If Howard can't punish Green aside and get back fast enough and transition finish, he has to be on the bench, according to me. Okay, how does Houston defend the Warriors small lineup? Golden State went with a small lineup for 16 minutes in Game 1 or 18. Coach Steve Kerr is no dummy at coaching. He's one of the best I've seen. After his first year winning 67 games, that's good. The lineup that worked best in Game 1 had Green at the 5 to go with 3 guards and Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Sean Listian. It works because the Warriors don't suffer a defensive drop-off with this group. Whether with Howard or Clipelia in the paint or some other method, the Rockets have to find a counter to this lineup. Rockets defenders may want to stick with Steph Curry in Game 1. Jason Terry hit a 3 to tie the game and proceeded to a little trash talking coming up the court. Vintage Terry. However, the next 2 defensive possessions, Terry lost Curry off the ball and gave him open corner threes. Unfortunately for the Rockets, also vintage Terry. Both Terry and Pablo Priangarni lost Curry a few times with the ball. 13 of 22 Curry's 22 shots in Game 1 were uncontested, according to NBA's Sports VU camera data. That's far too many. He may hit contested ones anyway, but if you don't make Curry work hard for his looks, you may pay the price. Well, Steph Curry, man, he's one of the best 3-point shooters I've seen in the NBA in my 14 years. Man, this kid can knock 3-pointers. Even though Memphis shut him down Game 3, Curry found a way to attack the paint. This kid can play basketball. He can play basketball. He's one of the best ever I've seen, and he can play. That's all I know. But how about 4? James Harden needs to get to his slant scoring. Yes, he does. He can create bad plays. And anyway, he led the league in this year. Credit the Warriors defense for some of but the Rockets need to get Harden rolling like a bowling ball down in the lane, gathering fouls and getting buckets at the basket. If Howard can't get the Rockets points to the paint, Harden must. Except to see aggressive and attacking harder from the opening tip of the game. How about the Rockets need more threes? Yes, they do. We saw what they did to the Clippers at the trail 3-1 in the series. I thought the Clippers were going to win the series 4-2. But when I saw James Harden do what he did, I think he deserved MVP more than Steph Curry. Even though I said Steph Curry was the best 3-point shooter and good tagger, I think James Harden deserved it. He led his club. Dwight Howard was out for the season, most out for the season. Terrence Jones, he was a good key player. He was out. Josh Smith acquired late on in the season. He was good. But in the beginning of the season, it was James Harden who was taking over. Corey Brewer, you also was a person acquired from the Rockets later in the season. But James Harden led this team. I think he deserved MVP. But in Game 1, the Rockets only took 22 threes, hitting 8. They needed to hit 16 or 22. They would have won that game. They were 3 of 12 above the break. Again, give the Warriors defense some credit. They had been good at turning threes all season and into the playoffs. That said, the Rockets take more and make more threes. They need extra points to hang with the Warriors. Plus, that will open up the paint. Jason Terry was 1 of 4. He needs to shoot better from the 3. And if they can free up Trezoria 4 or 5 in Game 1 for more looks, all the better. or they can just hope Josh Smith gets hot. He takes them anyway. He was a good player when we led odds. He led that team to the playoffs and beat the. I remember when they beat the Bucks 4-3 because it was him making that 3-point. How about some scores today? As MLB, the D-backs beat the Marlins 7-6 as a much-needed win for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Orioles over the Marylanders 5-4, and the Mets beat the Cards 5-0 as they win to take 2 out of 3 of the series. Okay. Thanks for watching Manny Sports on East Cudahy Avenue. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, everyone. I'll make another video tomorrow about the sports and the highlights of the Warriors-Rockets. Will the Warriors take 2 games to 0? 2 games up? Or will the Rockets even the series at 1-1? Thanks for watching. Goodbye, folks.